Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and I'll be playing Factorio today. This is a very special episode. It's episode 100! In the last episode we built this awesome block that produces signs whenever it has enough copper, because it's somewhat short on copper, unfortunately. And this is our blue signs. I just want to tweak it a little bit. Let's say we will be exporting things if we have more than 10 stacks. Right, let's say this is enough for us to export the signs, the blue one, and we'll do the same for this one. We'll be exporting red and green signs if we have more than 10,000 in there. The signs will be delivered here. Awesome, looking really good. So what should we do this episode? Maybe I should give a short overview of the base. So this is our base after 100, after 99 episodes I should say. This is episode 100. We started in this area. We are playing Seablock with Brave New World mod that removes the character, so we don't actually have the character. We started with robots. Initially had I think 150 or something logistic and construction robots, and now we have 2,500 and 3,500, so 6,000 robots in total. Initially we were very limited on requester and provider chests and storage chests, so I needed to take up to red circuits, which we got here. So the circuits, we produce them like red circuits from green circuits, I think, or maybe not, or from brown circuits. Basically we have a build for brown circuits, for green circuits. We had a main bus design with lots of smelters in the way that are partially deconstructed. Right now we had the signs, production, blue signs. No, this is our mall that we got once we tacked up to red circuits. Before that it was pretty tricky to actually deal with all storage chests, etc, etc. This is first version of our power setup that right now is not really used for anything except maybe powering this part of the base, because I think it's still isolated. Yeah, this part of the base is still isolated from everything else, and it's 6 megawatts usage, even though this build is able to supply, I think 8.5 plus 8.5, so it's around 17 megawatts in total. Then, soon after we built 3 copies, well actually we have 6 copies of the same build that produces a couple of things. So it produces crushed ore, and at the same time it powers itself by producing charcoal here and converting it to solid fuel. And on top of that we made it... Okay. I had no idea this part is not working correctly. We made it export charcoal and have it, loaded into a warehouse. And these warehouses are actually the ones that are powering our trains. Here's our train depot. We're using LTN for deliveries. We switched to city block design. Look at this. A lot of trains are doing something. I'm actually... Let's take a look. What exactly is happening with the trains? We have lots of shipments going on. Lots of stuff is happening with trains, and we can see how many trains are free in the depot. I guess it's 11 maybe, 3 trains, and 13 trains that are working on something. Yeah, so this is our regular production of the ores, and I want to scale it to take this to rail grids, rail blocks. For the most part, majority of the metals that are produced now, they're produced using, like, okay, this is not a good example, this is a good example. This kind of sorting, basically like direct sorting with catalyst. And we have a couple of exceptions. So we are using, what's the name of this? Cupric ores sorting, where we are mixing these three and like getting basically tin and copper mix. And we have a ferrous ore sorting, where we, you know, get manganese and regular iron. That's kind of the way things are. Now, we are not really using manganese for anything just yet. Okay, we are using it for iron here as a kind of fallback production. Well, not it's a fallback for manganese, but this is higher priority than iron that doesn't use any manganese. Just to keep the usage up, right? We want this thing to continuously consume manganese. But for this kind of ores, for aluminium, in order to have the sorting, we need crystal catalyst. And in order to get it, we had to develop and build this block with geodes processing. So we're processing geodes. We have like what? 4 belts, 4 yellow belts of geodes coming in. These are not really storage chests, this is just a sorting one. They're limited on the amount of things that are allowed to be there. You can kind of see it. And yeah, they are not really consumed fast enough because this, I was gonna say because this is not working fully, but that's actually not true. So that brings a question, why exactly is the spot not running fully? What's the problem? Interesting. I'm a little bit surprised because, but you know, it's okay. Like these things are running non-stop, and once we increase this to crystallizers 2, or once we upgrade this to crystallizers 2, things might become a little bit better here. We'll see, it's fine. So we have 4 blocks of this. We'll probably expand it to get like 8 more blocks of geode processing. Like the main thing here is not actually the ores. I mean, ores are nice, but the important part are crystallizers, like this one. Sorry, catalysts. The crystal catalyst. That's the important, like the main output of these blocks. We also have chunk flotation processes built here. We have all of them except for this one, except, is it like sapphirite or steelite? Sapphirite. We don't have this one. And the reason we don't have it is because if you look for which kind of ores we need it, so let's see, we don't need it for silicon, we have silicon production already. We need it for nickel, we need it for... okay, so we need it for nickel. Aluminium we have, zinc we have, silver we have, fluoride we do not have and probably don't need. So we need it only for nickel. And if you look at our nickel, we don't actually have production of nickel anywhere. We don't need it yet. We have what is this? Invar. We have Invar, right? From wait, we do have nickel. Sorry, my bad. We do have this thing built for nickel. However, we are not actually powering it. We do not deliver nickel here, because we have some nickel leftovers from some sorting that we did earlier. I'm not sure where. Is that maybe this one? Or maybe Bobmonium? No, Bobite? Yeah, probably this one. We basically have some leftovers of nickel, so it's okay. We don't need this block built just yet. We have invar production, we have, what's this, brass production. We also have bronze production that right now is right here. And I don't really like it, because this block is a bit, like it doesn't have too much room, to be honest. I'm not fully sure about this block. I was short on space, so I had to design them pretty compact. Like, they had to be pretty compact at the time. But I'll redesign lots of these things at some point later on. I just don't feel like now is a good time. And yeah, we'll have a Saphirite block here. The thing that I'm kind of waiting on is for all these materials to be consumed by the appropriate processes. And in order for these ones to be consumed, we actually have priority here. Let's actually go there and take a look. I wonder why we still have some ores in that warehouse. And by the way, this block, like the Saphirite production, will be pretty much a copy of Stereotype, because it has like exactly the same thing. It produces sulfuric wastewater. So let's take a look here. This one. This one. It produces sulfuric wastewater, exactly same stuff as this one. So you can essentially just copy this one with the train station, with this routing of things, and it will work. It will work just fine. We also exporting sulfuric wastewater, and we do it in order to produce naphtha. Naphtha, fuel oil, and base mineral oil. The naphtha being the main component here, and base mineral oil is also pretty important. Fuel oil, right now this is the only source of it, but we have an option of exporting fuel oil from our power blocks. Speaking of power, the base is powered in an interesting way. We are playing with power overload mode that adds maximum consumption limits on the power poles. And you can see on the right, maximum consumption is 600 megawatts for this power pole. And actually, we have like the city block grid, is a single power network, and it is powered by three power plants. This one, and this one. So we have 3 power plants, each one producing 150 megawatts. So our total capacity is 4,500, right, of megawatts. And then what is happening is on each of the blocks, let's say here, each of the blocks is connected via a transformer to another power grid. So inside each city block we have a separate power grid. At least that's the state today. So we have flotation here for 5 ores happening here. And we kind of have a design, or at least half of a design, like with this rotation. I guess with this mirror in like the left side of the rail block for Javelite. And we'll need to figure out similar things for the others, but it's not really needed right now. Like we needed Javelite in order to be able to sort it, to get some cobalt, to build... why did we need cobalt? I think we needed it to be able to build the labs. I think the slabs require cobalt, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what it was used for. Right, this is our new research center, where we're researching stuff, or where we should be researching stuff, because I think we have a problem, potentially. Why? Interesting. So we can make this more compact? No, we cannot. Right? We cannot. Let's delete this, because I think that's a mistake. We found a mistake. Our science is not really working as fast as it was supposed to be working. And this is the reason. Right. Actually, it's kind of wrong way of building it. This is the right one. Right. Let's do this. This will work nicely in no time. This part. Maybe actually, you know what I'm thinking about? Let me maybe finish the tour of the base. So this was our initial base. We basically don't need it. We don't need the stuff. We can just delete majority of these parts. We are delivering lots of things now by like via robots. So we are delivering like all of these things. Oh, sorry, not robots, like LTN. We are loading them into like lots of chests and powering our mall. We don't have anything important here anymore, right? I'm not interested in military science, to be honest. I just don't see the point. We could maybe start slowly reconstructing the thing. Let's delete this one. I don't feel like I actually need fuel oil. Let's keep the tanks for now, but I kind of want to delete all of this, to be honest. Because I don't feel like it's needed anymore. This part, we might still need it for robots, I'm not sure. This part. Let's just delete it. This one. Old science production. We don't need it. Old labs. We don't need them. It's just... there is like literally no point in all of this. All of these things can be deleted. We do have some problem with the robots, so we are lacking this part of the build. We do not have production of robot brains, or whatever the name of these things is. But how are we building robots? Sounds like robot brains. Yep. We don't have this, but we should be able to change this part a little bit, maybe. I'm actually not sure. Can we do that? Can we do that or not? I feel like we should be able to. It might actually be tricky because we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lanes. Yeah, we'll figure something out. It's not like we need lots of robots. We might just be able to... we might just be able to request the materials and build the stuff somewhere here. Yeah, maybe that's the way. So I'm going to construct my robot production. So we are removing the base, our initial base. The one that we started with. This was our old military science. We don't really need it anymore. We can delete it. I'm basically like deconstructing all of this here because yeah, because it's not needed anymore. We'll get rid of this part. Yeah, the robots will be busy for a while, but that's fine, right? I just want to clear this area. This one. I have no idea what that is. It's aluminium, silver, aluminium. We don't need any of this. Maybe except this part. We kinda need cement. We'll need to build cement at some point. This part can be removed. This one can be removed. Like, all of this can be removed. None of this is really needed at this point, at this stage of the game. Because, all of this because we built red, green, and blue sciences here. And blue science, blue science is lacking copper. Like, we need a lot more copper. Actually go there and fix the condition of the chest. I want to get military science here as well. Right, so all of this is being delivered. There is one part of the base that is not really working quite the way it's supposed to work, and that is this one. So we do not actually have good usage of the lime. It's supposed to be used here, but right now I'm using previous bad, in a way, recipe for the glass mixture. So the lime here is not used, but it will be used. It will be used, and this build just needs a swap of recipes basically to function. And once we get this new technology, we'll also be able to have significantly more efficient smelting of glass mixture into glass that uses lead. But right now, it's not there. Yeah, our bots are busy. Maybe I should actually construct something that will produce more robots. And before I do that, let me do something. I want to check how far this can go. 1, 2, 3, say. Actually make it, place it here. Okay, I think I want these things to be placed here. I'm not sure whether it's a good idea or not, by the way. I'm honestly not sure, but it shouldn't hurt, right? And this line, I want to use it with a very specific purpose. I want to use maybe first 2 lines actually. I want to use them for stuff that requires like very high throughput, like where we need to build lots and lots of things. For example, like gears, not copper cable. Basically stuff that requires lots of input so that it can travel pretty quickly from here. That's the idea. And I think we need... yeah. I don't know. This looks good enough to me, to be honest. All of this will be built by our robots. It will take some time, but that's okay. Right, this is our mall, and I'm essentially kind of restructuring the mall a little bit. I want to move majority of the production over here. Right. And I will do a very questionable thing. I will connect power poles like this. Speaking of power poles, I feel like we have too many power poles here, but at the same time, it's okay. I don't want to fix these things too much. It's okay. I should add some storage chests, I feel. Let's add some storage chests here. It's not the best location for them, but that's fine. This will be fine. Right. Maybe we should have actually... Maybe we shouldn't have done that. Maybe we should have placed ports here. This had been better, right? If we had ports here. Right. This looks better to me. We can have some chests added kind of in the middle, but I'm not sure. I don't really see a point. I guess we could have chests here. Could have some chests here. Some chests here. And like here. But I don't see a huge point in them, to be honest. Why? Because majority of the materials should stay inside this requester and provider chests. I guess it doesn't matter, whatever. We are clearing this area, we are deleting all these things, and that's what's important at this moment. So we can actually mark all of this for deletion. Kinda. It's not supposed to mark the chests actually, but for some reason it does. Delete them. Okay. That is okay. Right, one thing that we don't have. We don't have this build that produces robot brains. And maybe it's actually time to build those. How would we do that? We would have some production maybe in this corner. Is this corner a good one? Probably. I'll have production of the brains over there. And we'll also move production of robot parts from here over there as well. Because I don't want to have like production split between different areas of the build. Right, of the base, sorry. Let's say the base. Let's see. Here is our base. We are finally researching things. Hopefully. Yes, we are researching things. We are missing. What are we missing? We are supposed to be missing lots of things. Yeah, we are missing. Copper. We need a lot of copper. Look at this. I'm missing lots of copper. Lead ore. Do I still want it? I guess it wouldn't hurt to export everything that we don't care about in like some station. Maybe this station could be the one we use for exporting stuff we don't really care about. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it properly. So we have really nice blueprints that allow us to easily set up exactly what we want to set up. Let's enable the names. And this one, I guess we can delete it because I'm not sure what will be actually consuming here. I just don't see a point on this. Okay, let's observe what is happening. Our robots are busy because we are deleting this base. When we delete the base, we'll actually need to do something with the materials that are in this network. And we have lots of stuff, right? We have aluminium that we don't know what to do, like how to deal with it. We have copper ore. We actually have lots of copper ore. So let's just do something like this. Let's say we'll have the station and we will place a couple of requested chests here. How many requested chests do you want? I kind of want to... You know what? Let's just have a couple of them. And we'll have stack inserts. I want to insert everything into here. And I want this requested chests to collect stuff that is completely not needed. Let's call it... what do we call it? This is mall, right? This is not really mall. Let's call it main. Lost stuff out. We'll be just providing things that are somehow got lost in the network. So everything that can be consumed by the network will be providing through this requested chests. It will work. It will work fine at some point. I deleted this one, I think. Accidentally. The batteries. We don't have a good build for batteries. For batteries, we need sulfuric acid. We don't really have any of this, right? So, how do we fix the problem? We need plastic here. We need lead. Do we have lead and plastic? Let's check. We do have lead. We don't have plastic. And maybe it's time to... Okay, this is supposed to be covered steel. Maybe this should be our plastic. Because chances are we need to produce batteries, right? So let's say this will be our plastic. And we should probably request a tiny bit of plastic, right? Let's... How much I requested? 4,000? 4,000 of everything. Let's request 4,000 of plastic. Right. Nice. We also need to delete wood production. Wooden boards production. I don't feel like it's needed, but at the same time, it doesn't seem to be the worst part of what's happening here. Because nickel ore needs to go. Versatilites, right, all this crushed stuff also needs to go. And the warehouse, the warehouse, the requester chest is still not placed, not constructed. Yeah, everything is super slow. Let's actually check what's the problem with our updates. Let's read this. So, entity updates take a while. Electric networks. So I don't like what's going on here with electric networks, and I'm not sure what's the actual problem. Is this the fact that we like this thing is kind of jumping up and down? But I was hoping that accumulators are actually fixing it. Or is the problem is just with the way? I mean, things jump up and down here a lot, and I don't really understand what is causing it. Like, electric networks are not supposed to be taking so much power. Construction manager is pretty slow. Okay, that's fine. We are redesigning the base a lot, so this is understandable. I mean, all these mods are using pretty small amounts. Right. That's fine. Let's look at the base. We are just slowly removing, the main base that we had for a really long time, and we just don't need it. Or we think we don't need it. We might actually need some. I mean, we do have some parts. Like, there are some parts that we are deleting that don't have an alternative, right? Batteries used to be here. We don't actually have battery production now. This part, producing, engines, electric engines. We don't have this stuff anywhere right now. It used to be here. It's not here anymore. That's the problem. I was hoping to repurpose this build for that, but we'll see. We will see. Right, and this one as well. We don't need cement production. We don't actually have a good stone brick production. Maybe we could do something about it. We'll see. Like, this part is also just placed in a pretty much random spot. So we'll need to change things a little bit here and there, but that should all be very, very doable. Connection here. Nice. Let's observe again. What's the problem? We don't have iron, silicon, copper, and lead. Why we don't have iron? What's happening with the iron? I'm somewhat surprised, actually, by the fact that we are requesting so much iron. Why do we need another 50,000 iron? Let's take a look. Why did you request it? We need iron ore for circuits. Okay, this explains it, yes. Because we are trying to use large maximum basically loads of materials in the chains, and for iron it's 2000. So we're like in iron, we're like in silicon, copper, and lead. Well, we are lacking lead because we that's the way our base works. We actually just request the request lead here, but wait, where is it? Here. We request it, but we don't expect to get lead, to be honest. That's the thing. We want to get it, but we don't expect to get it. It's just something that will, you know, be able to kind of repurpose, like convert to lead ingots. I'm not even sure whether we need this part of the build, to be honest. I'm not sure whether we need that one. Okay, let's see what's going on here. We have this one. Just zinc, lots of zinc, and tin. And this is supposed to be used up first. The question I have is why tin. Alright, I get it now. It's supposed to be tin. So if we, let's say we want to deliver tin slightly differently. Let's say we want to have like a stacking sorter, and we want to place a provider chest. And this one, take only tin. We can just use robots to transport all of this stuff, right? It should work. Zinc, it's a little bit trickier. Oh, is it? Is it actually trickier for zinc, or is it the same? Let's see. So we are producing zinc here, and we are requesting zinc. Are we? We are requesting zinc. So the question is why that zinc is not getting delivered here. So we have 23,000 of zinc. Let's say we want a lot of zinc. And okay, nice. We have lots of zinc coming in. Let's change it back to 200. So with that, we pretty much got rid of zinc here. So I have a feeling that we consumed all zinc. Now the only thing that are remaining is tin, a little bit of cobalt, and a little bit of slag. This mineral, like this thing, is somewhat valuable. I'm not sure about completely removing this one. Naphtha, it's kind of also valuable. We could copy this build here, and this one here, except to have this one be naphtha. We are barreling stuff. Oh wait, what is going on? What? I don't understand. So, oh, we are using medium electric pole, and I guess the consumption of this network exceeded 100 megawatts because of the rubber parts. Okay, yes, that explains it. Let's upgrade all of this to better poles. Yeah, let's do this. I actually don't like the fact that we have that we're using so many poles here, so I guess it's okay. I guess it is okay. Pole here, here. So in theory, we don't actually need these two middle poles. Let's do something about that. Let's say we want to remove let's have another row. Let's say we want to remove only the poles, and we want to remove these ones. Actually, we want to remove all of them. right? So we're removing the poles, and we want to remove them from this two, this two, this, this. I'm confused. Right. That's kinda a bit. What's going on here is a little bit strange. But, I guess it's okay. It's really strange because what we can actually have, we can have, and we cannot have. We could have one more line of this built here, right? Easily. And with this line we can have this once deleted. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Let's change it a bit. So I want to move all these rubber ports right by one. And we can place one more rubber port here. Nice. So with that we actually have quite a lot of rubber ports. Nice. So this is the way. And I wanted to use this corner right for robot production or something. Yeah, this is taking a while. How can we fix this part? Let's just hope that it fixes itself. Let's just hope that it will fix itself. We don't really have enough power poles just yet, which is a bit bad. I kind of want to have some area with a lot of power poles, like a buffer chest or something. I'll probably want to place it here, but right now we have such a mess in these 4 blocks, in our starting blocks, that I'm not fully convinced this is a good idea. Wow, 50,000, look at this. We have a lot of ore. We'll need to figure out what to do with all of these things at some point. I think that we might just build them in this warehouse and have it deliver everything at some point. Right, and for now, we can actually just connect it. Even though it's output, we can still connect the stuff. I don't like this power copper cable going in a very strange direction. So here, let's request stuff that we definitely don't need here. We do not need silver ore. We do not need... Okay, silver ore. Copper ore. These things... And aluminium ore, right? Copper, silver, aluminium. Let's just get rid of this. Where is it? It's here. Okay, let's do this. Copper, silver, aluminium. Right. Copper, we don't need it. Silver, we don't need it. aluminium. We don't actually need it. We don't need lots of stuff, to be honest, in terms of the ore. We don't need slag, for example. Let's just get some slag here. Or do we? Maybe we do. Maybe we do need slag. Let's not export slag yet, because we don't actually have you know, anything that is able to use it. Nickel. We don't need nickel for sure. We'll just export nickel. Nickel ore. Gun. And let's say this has a priority. Pretty high priority. 100, right? And it has a very, very low threshold. Let's say if we have more than, no, if we have one stack, we want it gone. That's basically the way we look at this thing. Alright, what else do we have? We have basic circuits. We kinda need them. We'll keep them. Invert plate, lead, binafran seed. No one is going to use binafran seed. Solder. We can export solder because we have a station that is consuming solder. And if we have a station consuming solder, we can definitely export it. Let's take a look again. We are short on resin, we are short on plastic, we knew that. We are short on lots of ores. We can't really do anything about it. We are short on sapphire chunks, we don't need them, not really. We don't really need them. What is this? This is tin ore. And I thought we are taking tin ore and placing it. Oh no. Really? Off by one tile. That's fine. That is fine. So we'll export tin from here. We don't have a way to export cobalt yet, but that is fine. So look at this. We mostly cleaned up this area. It contained lots of things. We had a lot of different things stored in these chests, and now we don't have any of this. It's just gone. Nice. This one, and the gun. Microcircuits. Why do we need them? We need them for Atmos instrumentation. Oh, we needed them for production of the labs. Let's place a chest with microcircuits somewhere here. Right, and I feel like we also needed the same thing for these labs. We needed large solar panels and we needed femto laser array. So let's do this. Here we are producing femto laser array. So that means that what we can do, we can create a passive provider with the filter inserter here. We can copy and do the same thing for green circuits, except here we are interested in this one, right? Or should we do this? Maybe like this. We're interested in this one, so microsockets. And we probably want to just have a regular inserter. Nice. One thing to keep in mind is the size of the chests. Let's see. Yeah. Chest was limited. Let's wait, can I uncopy it? We totally can. So we copied the chest and we want to place it here so that its size is limited. And we want to place it here again so that its size is limited. Actually, not even here. I want to move it by 1 tile so that inside logistic network, but it will be inside the wrong one. So how do we? Okay, this one is better, and now it will be definitely inside. It will be fine. Nice. What's going on with science? So we're exporting only like when we have 1,000 of science or something. That's not great, but I guess it's okay. I guess it's not that bad. Right, let's delete this part. We don't need this belt anymore. We needed it in the beginning, in order to speed up the process, but now it doesn't do anything. 7.2 dollars. Okay, that's a lot. This is really a lot, and all of this is delivered here, I guess. 100. Yeah, our robots are super busy with this. I think I want to remove this task, and let's see what else they're gonna do. Yeah, it will take a while to kind of deal with all of this ores, but it should be fine. We can actually just take this part, load it here, and just bring all of this up. Maybe. Let's see if it's gonna work or not. It kind of works. Okay. Nice. So, and this should load a lot of copper ore into this warehouse and export it from this base, from this block. That's nice. We also need to do a similar thing with all of these materials, but all of them are useful, so it shouldn't really be a huge problem with like exporting this. This one is a little bit... No, it's also straightforward. Like all of these exports will be super straightforward. Very straightforward. Alright. Let's see what is going on here. We still don't have electricity in this part of the base, and I'm really surprised by that, to be honest. Because I would have thought that the electricity wouldn't be a problem. Yeah. Okay, that's bad that we don't have the power. Because without the power, so we are lacking like 104. Okay, I feel like I need to manually deconstruct some of the power poles, because otherwise it just, like, we will not be able to do anything. Okay, and I feel like we need to remove this store and this store and this store. This store. Guess this one. Right. Let's see. Did it help? Did we get the power? We just need this power pole to be placed. Well, and I guess this one's. Okay, we do have the power connection here. And we should have the remaining ones super soon. Let's wait a bit, and all of this should get fixed soon. We'll have a much better build. We have a lot of naphtha and fuel oil. Let's check what's happening with our naphtha. I mean, we are producing it. We are a little bit short on fuel oil, but that is okay, because we have a lot. Right? We have fuel oil. We do not have this sulfuric wastewater, but it's not a huge deal. Why actually we don't have it? Because I guess we don't have a usage of ammonium chunks and steatite chunks. I guess that's it. But once we build this one, we will have lots of usage for at least like these chunks, or sapphirite ones. Actually, speaking of usage of chunks, shouldn't we copy the spot? Meanwhile, I mean, we might as well copy it, right? It's not like it's used for anything useful at the moment. Yeah, let's just slowly start building the spot. This one can remove all of these inputs. We are not gonna be using them. And now really the goal is to get rid of all these materials. That's the goal, and of these ones. And maybe figure out something with these ones, but this is less important because we can always just build things around for now and figure out something else to do with these materials. Right, we want it to be built, and then we'll connect it properly. Now let's get back to our base. We wanted to delete this spot. We have a lot of hydrogen chloride here, and I believe we need it for this one. How much hydrogen chloride we have? We have a ton of it here, and that tells me that I don't care about this anymore. We don't have a ton of fuel gas on naphtha. So yeah, we have almost zero fuel oil and not a lot of naphtha. That means that I want to unbarrel the things, and I probably don't care about this build anymore. because it's empty, right? There is nothing there. Right. Let's get back here. Did we build everything? What's the problem with the power? We are missing this power pole. I think that's the problem. Right, and now, once we have this connection to the power, we don't actually need this one. It just doesn't serve any purpose anymore. What is this? I have no idea what that part is. I just want it gone. Right, let's observe this. Okay, there is a tiny problem. The tiny problem is that we started building this part, and it requires a lot of poles, and we don't really have poles now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna delete all of the poles from here. I'll paste them separately. I'll copy them separately. We'll build that part, we'll just do it a little bit later. Right, now the important part is to get them all up and running. This is the actual important. Is it working? It's still not running correctly because we are missing this power pole. So because of one tiny power pole. The grid here doesn't look very beautiful. I don't like it, to be honest. But I also don't want to fix it now. Right. So let's look at this. This is working. Something is happening here. We do have some issues with, for example, we have steel, right? Can we do something nice here? Can we build some intermediate materials here, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Right, we almost deleted this base. It's almost gone. How exactly is this thing constructed? So we basically have a couple of blocks. Should I have done it like this? Yeah, so this part is a bit tricky. I really need to fix this build. I need to get rid of the paper, sorry, not paper, of the wooden boards, because I don't believe I'll be using this one anymore. Should I maybe copy one, just to have it kind of available? Yeah, you know what, let's copy this one, let's copy this build. This was our paper production, and it's kinda working, or at least it was working for a while. This is our not paper, wooden boards, right? Let's create this blueprint, and let's say this is our blueprint from the early game. And with that one saved, we are basically free to delete this one and delete this one. We just don't need it anymore. And to be honest, we also don't really need this build either. We can completely delete it, I think. Well, I don't really want to delete it, because we kind of need some pieces here. Like, we are using mineralized, purified water for cliff explosives. So we'll need to fix some parts of this, and we'll need to fix this one. So maybe I shouldn't really do these things just yet. I'll rebuild this here, so I'll have some area dedicated to robots. It shouldn't be a huge problem what we are doing here. Right, and robots are busy again. We created lots of work for the robots. Am I imagining it, or is our FPS a bit higher? Did we increase our updates per second by deleting this couple of blocks? This is really surprising, by the way. I didn't expect it to have such an impact, but it feels like the game is more responsive. What is in here? Oh, right. We actually produced these two things. We produced empty canister and we produced empty bottle. Very interesting. So now we can load empty. Wait, but this is not empty bottle. It's the other way around. This is empty bottle and this is empty canister. So I guess that's one of the problems. This will delete this part, place it, we'll delete this part, and we'll place it again. So let's try again. What do we actually want? We want here stuff to be a little like this, right? That's what we want. And maybe, just maybe, right, we can have, I think, we can have So what I was wondering, do we need to recycle these things? I'm not sure, because we are using barrels for some stuff, but what about the canisters? Are we using it for something? For acid. We basically need it for acid and we are not doing it yet. And the bottle, it's for gas. Right, we are not using it for anything else. So what that means is that we can actually tell this build that we want to request canisters and we want to request bottles from everywhere, and we just want all of this gone, and it will be delivered to this balance station. And we don't want to do the same thing for barrels, because barrels are consumed to produce explosives. So we don't actually want that to be done for barrels. Okay, let's see. This is great. We deleted the base. It happened. It actually happened. I don't feel like we need this line anymore. I mean, maybe we need like this one. I wouldn't mind having the server parts here. But I'm also worried a little bit about recharging, because I don't think this block can be like really recharged properly with just 150 megawatts. It just doesn't seem like that's enough. Like, look at this, how it's jumping. If it becomes too much, you'll just have to reduce the number of rubber parts. That's basically how it's gonna be. Okay, what is going on? Right, we have a priority to the right. Do we want to have it? I guess it's okay. I'm actually surprised that we're able to reduce all these things so quickly. Like, this part seems to be very, very overbuilt, but we can kind of fix it by, let's see, doubling this part and some stuff here, maybe. Right. That's basically it. Okay, awesome. This is working. We scaled a little bit this part. Let's look at our requests. So we need iron, we need copper plates, we need lots of copper plates, we need tin plates. We'll have to fix all of this at some point. For now, I don't feel it's the most important thing. The most important thing is that this part is gone. And we just need to figure out what to do here. We need to preserve this part, we need to preserve this part. And we basically need to make like a couple of changes here and there to make sure everything's working, let's say, correctly. Like, this one can be removed, but then we'll need to also use wooden boards somewhere. Yeah. I probably should stop the episode here. Okay, nice. Look at this, what we did. We managed to start production of all of these things. And we are almost at... How much? How many barrels are we trying to produce? Well, not barrels, but like these canisters. We are going for 4,000 in each of each type, and we already hit 2 limits. This one has a limit of 2,000. Will be hit soon. Really soon. Any moment now. In this one, we still need quite a bit of canisters. Okay, this is built. Now it will stop consumption of this one, and all of this will go forward, and we'll even be able to see like the increase. of rate of like how much canisters we are sending further down the line. Okay, nice. We have this build working at reasonable speeds. It produces all three types of canisters. We are collecting some of them, and they even end up reaching the right place. This is great. We're still sending a lot of ore. And what the trains actually do? They are bringing, okay, some solder. That's fine. It's always fine. This one is bringing some ore. Okay, so the trains basically are taking these materials and delivering them somewhere, like wherever, like whichever parts of the base actually need this, it's being delivered there. Nice. So here that was episode 100 of our Seablock base. It's growing. We have, let's calculate how many city blocks we have right now, like actually operational and useful city blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 4, it's like 11, 15. Okay, let's calculate it differently. We have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's like 40 blocks minus 1, 2. This counted here. Plus 4. So we have 42 blocks, I think. 42 city blocks that are doing something. And unless I'm mistaken, like, I don't know how Seablock would work on high research settings that we are playing with, but on like regular research costs, I think with this size of the blocks you can comfortably finish Seablock with like 150 or 200 blocks, something like this. So we are progressing block by block, and now once we scale, especially once we scale things a little bit, things should become much smoother and faster and, like, you know, more straightforward in general. Okay, let's take a break here. I think I stared at my base long enough. Lots of trains are being used by LTN to deliver things. This is great. That was a big event. The removal of the initial base, or majority of the initial base. I don't count this one as really a base. Maybe I should, but we just need to delete this part and it will be fine. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching. This was episode 100. And I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!